Welcome back, freshwater fishing novices, new viewers. This is the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. I'm the Freshwater Fishing Novice. My name is Moles, and it's Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. This week I wanted to talk about something that's very relevant to the month of July that we're currently in. It's going to be topwater fishing. More specifically, I want to talk about if you're a new angler, novice, how you can get into topwater fishing without buying a whole bunch of different rods. Let's dive right into it. When I first started fishing, I only had one rod. What rod was it? I can't even remember the make and model now. Was it Shakespeare? I don't remember. I can't even remember, it's been so long. First rod was a medium rod, moderate action, parabolic and bent over, and I had the line that came on the combo. And for the first, I don't even know how long, maybe in the first year, I didn't even throw topwater. I didn't know about topwater. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know when to throw it. In July, topwater lures are super effective, specifically earlier in the morning and then later, closer to dusk and dawn. But that doesn't mean that topwater doesn't work throughout the day. I went to a lake, was it this week? Last weekend. I was trying all these different lures. A spinnerbait, I was trying a crankbait, I was trying huge swim baits. The worm worked a little bit. I got a couple hits on a soft plastic worm with a hook, mostly small fish. And as soon as I picked up a topwater, bang, 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 it was pretty quick. That's pretty much what I had success on the whole day. I don't know what the deal was there. Probably just a fluke, right? I went out yesterday and I'm throwing everything again. Worms, throwing big swim baits again. I'm throwing I'm throwing my whole tackle box at it at the lake. Throwing everything at it, nothing's working. Put the topwater on, bang, they start hitting it. So July is the month to be doing topwater. July, August, both good times. Yeah, I've even had luck on topwater in October, early October. Let's talk about the different types of topwater lures that you could use. And then we'll get specifically in what you could throw if, like me, when you start, you only have like a medium rod. First lure, topwater, is going to be a frog. Hollow body frog, it's just soft rubber with hooks. Most of the guys I've watched or talked to, they usually throw frogs on really heavy rods. So your medium rod probably won't work for that. Okay, well, we'll get into the frog or soft body lure that you could throw. Just a second though. Next type of topwater you could use is like a prop bait. So you can see there's the prop. That's just a river to sea, a whopper plopper. Size 90 or 110 is what I would be throwing on a medium rod. Another lure you can throw is going to be a walk the dog lure, which I know I talk to death about walk the dog lures. Some weigh like an ounce. Might be too big for the rod that you're using. So you just got to look at your rod and the specs on it to see if you can throw it. This is the first walk the dog lure that I had luck on it. This size right here, you can see how big it is compared to my hand. It's maybe the size of one of my fingers. On a medium rod with fluorocarbon, let's say 10-pound fluorocarbon, the moderate action of that rod where it would bend and it loads up, it just gave me enough to make it snap and it would start cutting back and forth. The next topwater lure that you could use is going to be a wake bait. So this topwater lure is the Rat Benny by Thunderhawk Lures. One of my subscribers sent me a video of this and he said he wanted to check it out. Bonafide Tarzan sent it to me. Didn't send me the lure, I went and bought it as soon as he sent me the link. You can just see it just looks like a rat. It's got a rubber tail and a single treble hook right on the back. I've thrown this a little bit, I haven't had any luck on it, but this is the month to try it. There's supposed to be a tail back here, but this is just it's a field, what they call the field mouse target. You can see the bill is straight up and down, which means it's just gonna act like a barge in the water. And you can see it's jointed, so it flicks back and forth. These are pretty fragile, they break easily, so if you cast it and you hit a rock, you could totally bust the tail out of it. And I was throwing this on a heavy rod, not a medium rod, so we're gonna put that one down because we're not gonna be throwing that with our medium rod. If I was gonna give someone a wake bait, it would be this crazy little duck. I think they call it the suicide duck. It's got this little bill, obviously it's also jointed. It's got this little thing to cover up some hooks so the fish will come up and bite it. I haven't had any luck on this guy. It's pretty small. You could probably throw it on a medium rod as well. I would hand someone with a medium rod, moderate action, the Zara Puppy. Oh shit, I forgot about poppers. Let's talk about poppers because poppers are topwater as well. The Pop-R by Rapala, whatever you want to call it. But you can see they got that cupped mouth. If a popper's too big, like this one is huge. You can see how much bigger it is. Now that Might require a bigger rod. But these guys, you could probably throw a medium, moderate action rod. If you want to go even smaller, bar makes a smaller popper. Let's wrap back around to frogs, hollow body frogs. Some of these aren't easy to walk. A walk the dog lure is probably one of the easiest top waters to make walk the dog. Frogs are a little more difficult, I found. I've had more issues with them. It's not from lack of buying frogs. I have a ton of frogs. Say you didn't want to buy a prop bait, a popper, a frog, because you're tight on budget. I got a solution for you for that too. Next lure I found for a hollow body frog that was super easy to walk, a field mouse. If you look at the way this guy's head's shaped, it's more of a angle, so it cuts a lot easier. It's just something about this. This thing walks really easy. I'd probably throw that on a heavy rod too. I know you can get a smaller one and throw that. Now, if you don't want to buy hollow body frog, a popper, a prop bait, there's a couple solutions I have. This is called the pad crasher. So it's a hollow body frog, but you can see it's got this little boot on the back, right? Now, what does that boot do? Same thing this prop does, except for these are treble hooks, and these are two stout big hooks. So you can throw this into the pads, pad crasher, start cranking it back, and this thing will start kicking back and bubbling. So instead of buying a frog and that popper, you could buy one of these guys. If you didn't want to buy a popper and a frog, they make hollow body frogs that have a cupped mouth for popping. Pop, pop, pop. Instead of buying these three lures right here, what you could do instead, just buy two of these frogs. Why are we talking about top water? Because it's July. Obviously it's hot. You can see I'm sweating probably. I'm probably gonna, I can't stop wiping the sweat off my face. This is when fish are gonna be super, super active. They're gonna go for things on the top of the water. And arguably, top water is probably one of the most exciting bites any angler is gonna get. It's a lot of fun. It's not like throwing a worm out and you feel tick, and then you set the hook. You see the splash, you actually have to calm yourself down and wait a second to make sure that fish has that lure. And when you feel tension, bang. So hopefully these smaller topwater lures encourage you possibly to go to the store or go online and maybe buy one or two and try them out. If you buy all of them at once, it's gonna be hard to learn all these lures. I messed with the frogs and the hollow bodies for years. Very minimal success. Probably 3-4 years before I actually was able to land a fish on one of these guys. I had poppers for 3 or 4 years before I actually started getting fish on them. And I mean, I bought all these lures at the same time. So I'm looking at all these lures trying to figure out what to do. And more often than not, it was confusing. And last year, I finally learned how to walk the dog properly with this head and spook on a medium moderate rod. This by far was the easiest lure to walk the dog with. And that's why I would encourage you guys to pick up one of these. Just to try it out, see if you can walk the dog, figure it out. It's a great month to try it. These aren't very expensive. I don't think this is 10 bucks. If I was gonna tell you to get something else, if you wanted to slow down, a regular popper, treble hooks, treble hooks, treble hooks, treble hooks. These are the lures right here that I would give to, say if I was going out with my buddy Chris that I work with. Maybe the duck. Duck's smaller. That would probably work on the medium rod. That 90 whopper plopper. For sure, the Zara Puppy by Hedden. And then just a pop-ar. All right, freshwater fishing novices, new viewers, subscribers, anyone watching my videos right now, I hope this encourages you to go out, pick up a lure or two for topwater, and just mess around with it in July and see if you can get anything. Obviously, if you're near weeds, you want to stay away from treble hooks. If there's pads and you have a heavy enough rod, you can throw a frog. With those treble hooks, you'll be pulling fish into the boat, into shore. I hope you guys are encouraged to go out and try topwater in July. There's not much of a better bite out there than a topwater bite. If you guys aren't subscribed, it's free to do. All you have to do is click the button, click that bell, make it turn from red to gray. You'll be notified of future videos, hopefully helping you become a better angler. And maybe out of the novice category, holy crap, I'm sweaty. If you guys like this video and you learned anything about topwater and why you should go try one, or just the different topwaters you probably could throw that won't break the bank, you can hit that like button. You guys have any comments about anything, any questions you may have about fishing, leave it in the comment down below. Thanks for watching the Freshwater Fishing Novice YouTube channel. It's been Freshwater Fishing Novice Friday. My name is Moles. I'm the Freshwater Fishing Novice. Thanks for watching my video this week. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Catch you next Friday.